Episode 5. The Rebirth of Vengeance. Shikandi. She had died with one wish, to kill the man who humiliated her. And now, she was back. Not as a princess. Not as a victim. But as a warrior. In the kingdom of Panchala, a baby girl was born to King Drupada. But this was no ordinary birth. This child was the reincarnation of Amba, the woman who had sworn vengeance against Bhishma. She had begged Lord Shiva for a second life, a life where she could be the instrument of Bhishma's death. Shiva had blessed her. In your next birth, you will be the cause of his end. True to that divine promise, she was born again as Shikandini. King Drupada, longing for a son, was disappointed to learn that his child was a girl. But the sages whispered that this child was destined for greatness and revenge. Drupada raised Shikandini as a boy, training her in warfare, weapons, and statecraft. He even declared her the Prince of Panchala. But secrets do not stay hidden for long. When Shikandini was married to a princess from another kingdom, her identity as a biological female was discovered. The alliance was nearly broken in shame. Distraught and confused, Shikandini fled into the forest, questioning her fate. There, she met a yaksha, a mystical being named Sthunakana. Moved by her sorrow and divine destiny, the yaksha swapped genders with Shikandini, turning her physically into a man. From that day on, she was known as Shikandi, no longer a princess, but a warrior prince. He returned to Panchala, stronger, silent, and forever changed. But deep within him, one flame still burned, the flame that had followed his soul from another life. Revenge on Bhishma. That destiny would wait for years. But one day, on the battlefield of Kurukshetra, that meeting would come. And Bhishma, the man no one could defeat, would finally lower his weapons. Because in front of him stood Shikandi, once Amba, now the death he could not escape. The curse is now flesh. The warrior of vengeance lives again. Next, meet the men who would define the war to come. Episode 6. The Birth of the Pandavas.